Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Gary. We're out here at Gary and Sandy's Farm Life doing some more work. We are a goat farm. We raise goats out here on our farm. Oh, nose itches. Not supposed to do that. Today we're still working on granddaughter's car that she's getting. We're going to put new brake rotors on it today. Well, let's get started out here. If you'll notice first, I got the car jacked up already. And you don't want to work on a car just with the jack holding it up. You want to put a jack stand under it because you sure don't want the thing to fall on you. And as you can see, I got my bucket to sit on because I got to be comfortable while I'm working. I've got my new parts, and then I've got some tools laid out over there. Let's get this wheel off here. Now this is just a cheap impact, but I've already broke them loose. And evidently I got the wrong size socket. Yep, I do. I got the wrong socket. Let's go grab another socket. All right, let's get these lug nuts off. Uh-oh, gotta get the lock. And the biggest thing about this is those rotors look awful large for this little car. I hope they're the right ones, so that's why we're going to get after it this morning. Okay, now we can take the wheel off. Now this is the brake rotor. That's what we're taking off. So I'm going to get in the car and turn the steering wheel this way because we got to take this off to get that off. There we go. We got it where we can get to it all. So we got to take this caliper off. The bracket, let's see what size that is. That looks like it's about maybe a 17. And also we want to move this brake where it'll come off. 17, there we go. And did I bring my pry bar over here? Yes, I did. That's it. Okay, these shoes are squeezed around here and we want to try to get a little room. So we just pry on that brake a little bit. And see, that way it's a little loose there. And the next thing is to take off this. Now, of course, the brake hose is right in the way. All right, it's on there. And I'm sure it's Loctited. Yep, it was definitely tight. All right, I got it broke loose at least. Let's get down here and get this other one. It's down here on the bottom side. And we got it broke loose. I don't know if my little impact gun's not really designed for something this heavy. But we're going to see if it'll take it off. Oh, there we go. I got it loose enough, it got it out of there. There we go. That worked out. You can see we got the caliper loose. Now the next thing is you really don't want to let it just kind of hang down. So we're going to try to put it up here. Let that bracket hold it on there. There we go. And next is got to get a rotor off of it because it's got some screws in it. And we're going to use that impact driver again on that. They make a hand impact where you hit it with a hammer and it knocks those loose. So depending on how tight it is, if this don't get it, we may have to go to a different method. Oh, good. I like that. They're not tight at all. Well, that's good for us, huh? There we go. We got our caliper, our brake rotor off. And the reason we're replacing these, let me tell you what it's doing. You're driving 45 to 50 miles an hour and you lightly step on the brake and the steering wheel does this. It kind of rocks back and forth and you feel the brake pedal kind of pulse a little bit. That's the front brake rotors that are out around on it. Normally you can remachine them. You can take them to a shop and have them machine them, and they have a minimum thickness stamped on them, and it will tell you what you can machine them down to and still be safe. I'm too far out in the country, I can't machine them, so we're just going to replace them. So first thing first, we're going to make sure they're the same size. And it looks like we got that. And then next we want to clean them off with a little cleaner. Because usually when they ship them, they put a little bit of oil on them. So we're going to clean them a little bit. There we go. Because we don't want any oil on that surface up against those brakes. I hear something dragging across the floor over there. All right, let's see how they fit right here. Oh, we got to line up our screw holes. Well, on accident, we had them lined up. Okay. All right, got those nice and tight on there. Next thing is put the caliper back on. And look at the brake pads. They're still real thick, so they got a lot of meat on them. Now with the teenage driver, they may not last long, but I think she'll get a lot of use out of it. Okay, you gotta slide this back over your caliper, over your rotor, so you can see it went right on. And then we've got these 2 bolts that we took out to put back on. Now I like to put some Loctite on that so they don't come back out. Loctite meaning a little thread sealer, and what it does is it locks that bolt so it won't unscrew even if you left it loose. So what we're going to do is put a little bit on the threads. There we go. There's one of them. Let's get the other one. Now you can see it had a little bit on it. You can see from the factory, because these have probably never been off this car. There we go. Let's put the lid back on this stuff. And then next thing we got to do is let's line up them bolt holes. I got to get my head in here. There we go. I got it started. Now let's go down to the bottom one. Again, I got to stick my head in here where I can see what I'm doing. All right, now let's see if we can get them back started with this impact driver. I bet that was loud in your ears. All right, we got both of them tight. Now let's put this bar on there and get them real tight. Okay, we got that one tight. Now let's go down to the bottom one. we got them both tight. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to straighten out the steering wheel. We're going to get it back straight. Now while you're straightening out the steering wheel, the other thing you want to do is step on that brake inside. That way it closes this on here. That way you're ready to go. What'll happen is if you don't step on that brake pedal and you replace both of them, you go to drive it, first time you hit the brakes, you're going, it's going to the floor. This way you alleviate that problem. So that one's all done. All we got to do is put the wheel back on. Let's grab the tire. Now we're going to put the wheel back on. Oh, I heard somebody shoot outside. I don't know if y'all heard it. It's deer season. All right. There we go. Got it on there. Let's get all these started. I think they're just practicing. I don't think they're shooting at a deer. I hope they're not that bad of shots. All right, let's get our little air impact on there and just run them up. Okay, that's all run up. And then the last thing you want to do is torque the wheel nuts. I know not everybody has a torque wrench, but if you just put them pretty good tight without trying to break them, and these are all set at a certain torque, and you can look it up on the internet or in your, I don't know if the owner's manual shows it or not. So you just set your torque wrench where you think it should go, lock it on, and then put your socket. And I think we need an extension. We had an extension a while ago. There we go. Now I shouldn't have to worry about this wheel spinning because it's in park. Push it till it clicks. There we go. So we know that one's tight enough. That one's tight enough. And you just kind of alternate. I know I could get more torque on it if I stood up. And that's it. All we got to do now is let the car down. And we got this thing done. We're going to get the other wheels done over there. No, you should watch me do it twice. It's just a rerun. So we're going to get the other side jacked up and get the other side done and then take it out for a test drive, and hopefully all that pulse has gone away. Anyway, we appreciate y'all watching just a little bit of what we're doing this afternoon. It's a beautiful day here in Texas. I noticed last week in looking at videos and stuff, we've had a lot of new viewers and stuff. It said that over 90% of y'all aren't subscribed. Come on, just hit the like button, hit the subscribe. It ain't gonna hurt you anything. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Y'all see if you can help us along. Y'all have a great day.